All right, I think it is time to begin. As a reminder, the Rabbit Hole Net takes place every other Sunday, with early check-ins being at 7 p.m. and the net beginning at 7:30. On the Rabbit Hole Net, we discuss all things prepping. We're operating from Studio D on the North Georgia GMRS network, and you can participate from any North Georgia linked repeater. Our repeaters are as follows. Seth?
That would be Flagship, Buckhead, Fort Mountain, Watkinsville, Noonan, Lula, Jersey, Columbus, Rome, Toccoa, and Zebulon, Peachtree, Dallas, Lookout Mountain, White Oak Mountain, Cades Cove, Chattanooga, Georgetown, Mount Roosevelt, and Ottawa.
Alrighty, thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me break. The North Georgia GMRS network covers roughly 41,000 square miles and growing. It is because of all the members that makes it the largest linked repeater system in the United States, and we thank you all for that. We like to be nice here on the Rabbit Hole, so no cursing or politics, please. This is a family-oriented network, and we encourage you to get your family involved. On the following week, after each Rabbit Hole Net, a short video or a message will be posted on the North Georgia GMRS Facebook page to let you know what the next topic will be. If you have any questions or suggestions, please email us to rabbithole@nggmrs.org. We'll be taking check-ins at this time. Please do so with your FCC call sign, your tactical unit number, your name, and general location. Again, if you're tuning in and you don't yet have a membership TAC number, feel free to participate just using your FCC call sign. Net control standing by.
This is Whiskey Sierra Alpha India 254, WSAI 254, Cayenne McDonough. Not sure if I'm making it in on the Jersey or hopefully I am.
Sir, could you repeat your call sign, please? We had a little bit of a little static in there.
Yeah, this is Whiskey Sierra Alpha India 254. WSAI 254, Cayenne McDonough. Trying to come through on the Jersey repeater since McDonough is not linked.
WSAI 254.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
WRCW 647, Atlanta 637, David Kennesaw. Please check me in and check me out.
What was that?
We had a little static in there. Could you repeat that TAC number, please? I didn't get the last one.
This is WQIJ 536, Blue Ridge 20, in and out, no traffic.
Blue Ridge 20.
Sure.
This is WRX 3696, Dallas 64, Josh in Dallas.
I got him.
Check me in. Thank you.
He was in chat.
This is. Hopefully I'm coming in better now, net control. This is Whiskey Sierra Alpha India 254, WSAI 254. Cayenne McDonough trying to come in on the Jersey repeater.
Yeah.
We're hearing you loud and clear.
This is WSJL 727, Chattanooga 60, checking in and checking out.
This is WSJL 977, Atlanta 295, Rhino off Cheshire Bridge, Hit the Buckhead repeater. Good evening, Met. Control, check me in, please.
This is Atlanta 244, WSIC 587, Adam from Covington, Jersey, mobile monitor, keying in and maybe out. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to catch everything.
We'll leave him in for now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and call it.
Alrighty, that was a good run. Seth, who do we have?
First on our list is Dallas 64. I saw you in the chat, got you in there, and you had called, so I got you in there. We have Dallas 64. Joshua from Dallas is in with us tonight. We have a guest here, WSAI 254. Kai in McDonough is in with us tonight. If you're with us, cool. If you're not, and we're calling you, and you're in and out, then just don't say anything, and we'll correct that. We have Blue Ridge 20. Tom in LJ is in and out with us tonight. Chattanooga 60. Travis in Rossville is in and out with us tonight. Atlanta 295. Timothy in Atlanta is in with us tonight. And we have Atlanta 244. Adam in Covington is in with us tonight, and maybe in and out, but we shall see. Net Control is standing by for any check-ins.
Is WRQW 647, Atlanta 637, David Kennesaw. Please check me in and check me out. This is WSGT 646, Atlanta 164. I checked in earlier, but I'm checking in by way of relay. Atlanta 849, WOR B245. And I forget where this person lives. Checking in and checking out.
WORB 245.
This is WSIS 715, Chattanooga 51. I did check in earlier, but I thought I said I'd be out, so, please check me out.
What was that guest?
Hold on. Alright, let's see. Atlanta 164. Can you repeat the call sign of the guest, please?
This is WSGP 646, Atlanta 164. The call sign is WROB 245, Atlanta 849.
Oh,
Very
okay.
familiar person.
Yes. Okay, I got you. Thank you so much for that relay. Seth, you want to go ahead and call who we have?
Yep. First on our list is Atlanta 637. Dave in Kennesaw is in and out with us tonight. We have Atlanta 164. Dan in Marietta is in with us tonight. We have Atlanta 849. Pamela in Duluth is in and out with us tonight. We have Chattanooga 51. Howard in Saudi Daisy, Tennessee is in and out with us tonight. Net Control is standing by for any check-ins.
Net Control, I apologize. This is WSAI 254. I didn't give you my tax call sign. Is mixed up or 5. WSAI 254.
Did you hear that?
No, he's so fast.
Last station. We couldn't hear your TAC number. Could you come back with that, please?
Yeah, Roger, I apologize. You checked me in as a guest, but I'm actually a member. This is McDonough 45, WSAI 254.
Oh.
The Jersey repeater because the McDonough repeater is unlinked right now, so my signal may not be that great.
Okay. All right, gotcha. Thank you so much for coming back with that. All right. Do we want to call for more check-ins, Seth?
Let's go for it. Nick Charles
Alright.
standing by for any check-ins.
Last call for now for check-ins.
Head control. Atlanta 255 WSAM 586. I'll check in.
This is WRQC 941 Rome 12. Mark in Rome. Check me in and out.
Atlanta 263. Are you looking at the chat?
There's only one.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and call it just in case.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
This is Atlanta 297 WSAI 648. Check me in and check me out.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Who do we have?
Alright. On our list we have Atlanta 255 Jennifer in Dawsonville is in with us tonight. We have Rome 12 Mark in Rome in and out with us tonight. We have Atlanta 263 Rogers in Dunwoody is in and out with us tonight. We have Atlanta 297 Matthew in Ackworth is in and out with us tonight. And I think we'll call it for check-ins right now.
Yeah, we'll have another opportunity
Just
at
some
the
talking.
at the end of the program. So it's an open forum tonight. You can comment or ask questions about anything related to prepping. So Seth, you pretty much grew up with prepping.
Mm-hmm.
I think that your take on prepping would be great for those who are wanting to get started and they have little ones. So what was it like for you growing up in the prepping world? Did you find it boring or did you find it fun or, you know?
It can be both. I'll be honest, because there are times
It can be both for me too.
I mean, there are times of checking prices and going to the grocery store, just bulk buying, organizing. That's the boring stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It can be fun sometimes whenever you're
Well,
going
what's
somewhere.
the fun part for you? What was the fun part for you growing up?
It was learning a whole lot, because as we were going through prepping, learning different things, the canning, the dehydrating, we were trying a bunch of different recipes for our canning process and our dehydrating process.
Mm-hmm.
That we were making our own jerky. That was fun.
That was when we first got the Excalibur dehydrator.
Yes, our very first dehydrator.
Well, that was actually our fourth one.
Oh.
Yeah, we went through 3 of those little round ones.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, those didn't last long because we were brutal.
Because we ran that thing constantly.
all the time.
But I think that was one of the things that it was just fun to do, because it was just constantly doing something new and trying to improve on what we already knew a baseline of.
Let's break for 1 second. So what would you recommend? You're the one that grew up with it. So for anybody that's wanting to get started that does have little kids, you know, what was fun for you? Regarding prepping, what was the best part for you?
For me, it
How,
was
in other words, how would you tell them to get their kids involved?
make it a game. That's the easiest way I can think of. Make it a game for them. Everyone's constantly, looking for something that's going to be entertaining. You want to make prepping fun, make it a game for them. Whenever you're going to the grocery store, make it a point system. Every time they find something that's on sale or something, you keep it as a tally marker. And
That's good. Yeah.
Doing organization, seeing how timing them to see how fast they can do it.
Without falling down or tripping or something.
Well, I mean, moving cans. So yeah, make it interesting. That's the best thing I can say, because on paper it is boring. There is not a whole lot that could be made fun for it.
Well, categorizing and, you know, doing all the separation and putting everything where it needs to be, that's not fun for a kid.
No, it's not.
I mean, they should at some point do that just to know how to do it.
Yeah, that's at the later time. So for them just starting out to get into it and think of it as something to do,
Just
for them just starting out, just make
it
finding
fun.
stuff in a grocery store the fun part, because that's some of the boring stuff right there. They're going around looking for you, trying to help, and then you tally it up, do whatever reward system you want for them. Have them inspect the can. If they find a bad one and put it back, that's like an extra point. Just something simple like that is something that will make them stick to it more, instead of just, hey, look, we got this whole flat of cans, go put it here, this is prepping. It's like, hey, this is the bad one, we don't want this. It's like, no one's going to get hooked on it that way.
Well, I think it'll also be fun for them to, you know, each item that they pick out, to teach them how to look for the expiration dates and things of that nature. So, let me break. So, that's one way you can get your kids involved.
Yeah, it can be difficult, because I know kids are not going to be looking at this like it's going to be the most absolute fun.
No, these days, you know, a lot of people, and no judgment here, because Seth, you had a cell phone, you know, fairly early. Not as a little kid, you know, but most of them nowadays they use the tablets to keep them occupied and stuff like that. And I don't see anything wrong with it. Just limit the time. But
Forget the phone. I had the PlayStation growing up. I got the whole console, and the PlayStation, the Xbox.
Yeah.
I had the whole console.
But
Back then, that was when it was the peak of the moment, so getting distracted was way easy.
So, what are different types of prepping you would consider?
The different types could just
Because,
be...
like I said, this is an open forum. We're just talking about anything.
Different types, you know, there's obviously the basics that we've covered dozens of times. There's the food, the water, the medical, just the extra comfort items to have with you, power sources, backup power sources.
I think it's important to have comfort items. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that would be you have to keep up your morale somehow.
Yeah.
And books are a good way to do that too. If, like, say, we have a long-term power outage. You know, and also board games.
Yeah, board games are one of those things, and then that's also something you could have your kids know, to where prepping isn't just something to where it's going to be, oh yeah, it's just food, it's just water, it's
Food
just
and water.
medical.
That's-
We're
well,
going to be
that's
living
what
a boring life in
A lot of
the
people,
apocalypse.
a lot of people think that it's just food and water, but there's a lot more to it than food and water. Let me break. So yeah, there's a lot more to it than food and water. You know, we have you have to maintain your shelter. You know, collect over-the-counter medications. You know, things like that, bandages and of that sort. So, all right. So you know, I'm curious what everybody else has to say. So, if you wouldn't mind, who is first on our list?
That would be Chat 51, Howard. What kind of questions, comments, concerns, anything like that? Open forum?
Anything prepping?
Anything at all?
I wonder if he was in and out. Do you remember?
He might have been.
Okay,
If we don't hear from him in a second, we'll just call it.
that's okay.
Okay. Alright. He might have been in and out with us tonight, so we'll go ahead and make that correction. But we still got
Well,
plenty of
next
people.
on our list looks like he's a professional.
Maybe.
Who
I
is
don't know.
that?
I don't know. Next on the list is Chattanooga 260 Colt. What kind of questions, comments do you have about anything prepping? We're here to talk.
Okay, I heard the back end comment, he's professional. I don't know about that. He's prepping for everything. The stock rotation is pretty important.
So turn that up a little bit. The volume.
Uh-huh.
The volume up a little bit.
Kind of gas generator, but we keep gas. For me, I get really weird with that.
Good.
So rotating
A little
your
more.
fuel out, storing your fuel pretty well. And then, I just have a habit every
Good.
3 to 6 months going through all my food stores and kind of move them around. There's got to be a better way to go about it, but I don't know, that's where I am. I know what I need to have, but I always have the worst time with making sure that everything is good to go. That's why every 3 to 6 months I just go through everything and lay hands on it. Get a Sharpie
Good
out behind
advice.
the top of the can to make sure that. Back to you, Ned.
That's very good advice. You should always go
Mhm.
through your stores. That's what I call them. Checking for expiration dates, checking for dented or bowing cans or jars. That's always a good idea. Yeah, very good advice.
Yeah, it is. And then I'd also thought of the simple thing. If you want kids to get involved, make them think you're special for your family. You want young kids to, get into prepping, make them believe that when you're prepping, you're doing something different than anybody else. Everybody's doing their prepping in a certain way. It's just like, oh yeah, other people, there's other people that do what we do, but they don't have the games that we have. They're fun in the apocalypse. They're gonna dig a hole. We got board games. We got something. It's like I got a shovel. I got a brick. We got something. Make them think you're special.
Okay.
I mean, what are they gonna know?
All right. Who's next on the list, babe?
That is Atlanta 575. Jason, what kind of questions, comments, anything in between? What you got about prepping? We're here to talk.
I think he was in and out too.
Might have been.
All right. Well, let's move right along then. Ready?
Yep. Alrighty then. Seems like he was also in and out. No big deal. We also have Atlanta 946. Justin. He might have been in and out. He might not. Let's see. What kind of questions or comments do you have?
Hey, good evening, Lisa, and thanks for hosting Rabbit Hole tonight. Sounds great on this end. Lisa, you could bring your audio up just a little tiny bit, but overall it's very good. Question I have is, when it comes to the Mountain House or the prepackaged 72-hour emergency food supplies, have you guys sampled any of those, and of those, what would you recommend in terms of flavor, quality, etc.? Or do you think we should just stay away from those altogether and look for other alternatives?
You want this one?
Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I see you're asking the big questions about flavor here.
Mhm.
Well, it's okay. That's unfortunate for how most of them are. There are some of them that will be slightly better than others. There's so many different versions because there's Mountain House, MRE,
Mm-hmm.
the two.
Well, there's
big
lots of
ones.
different freeze-dried, like hiking food.
Yeah, and then I've seen those. They sell them at Costco. It's these big plastic tubs of just survivalist food.
Mhm.
Basically, just Mountain House food, the freeze-dried foods and everything like that. There will be some that's okay. MREs they're okay.
They're okay. Just don't eat the raisins, for Pete's sake. Don't eat the raisins.
And They've probably removed them, but just in case you ever find an MRE, they have charms in them. Don't. They're cursed. Each one. Think of them as Smarties, but each color has a curse to it.
Okay.
So there's those.
Well, it's like Dave has said before, Mountain House, stuff like that, they have their place.
Oh yeah.
But they, like MREs, they're not meant to be lived on exclusively. So keep them on hand, but I wouldn't eat them straight for a week, because number one, my big thing is the amount of sodium that's in those. So you want to have something on hand. Like I said, you can keep them on hand, but use them sparingly.
Yeah, but you can also use them very efficiently because they are very calorically dense. So you can stretch them out for quite a while. So you could take one MRE and take it to last 2 days because there's a lot of food in there. Those things have at least 4,000 calories.
Wow.
So, and that includes drink powder, sugar. So it's everything you want, but not a whole lot of comfort from it.
Right.
So it does work. Some of the ones that I've tried that are okay, mac and cheese, they're okay. You can have biscuits and gravy.
The beef stew's not too bad.
Beef stews, like most of the pastas, are pretty good. I think the chili mac, that one was
okay.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Peanut butter, it's okay. That comes in like all MREs.
Yeah.
If we're going on that line, crackers, it's hardtack.
Did that help, Justin? What's cursed?
The charms
Yeah, it
and
sounds to me
MREs.
like we need to be pretty hungry in order for those to be satisfying. So what that says to me is that needs to be an additional means of survival planning,
Not main.
not the go-to. So
Yes.
that's good information. Thank you.
No problem.
Yes, that is the message to go for. It shouldn't be the main, but it's a solid backup.
Right. Yes. All right. Who do we have next, Seth?
Next on the list, that would be Dallas 64, Joshua. And Dallas, he's in with us. I saw him on our log here for YouTube.
Okay.
So,
Well, what have you got for us, Josh?
Hey guys, good evening. Well, you know me, I more so listen in than anything, so I don't have a whole lot to add, but I find the freeze drying aspect of things very interesting when y'all talk about that. Is there anything else you can add on what you freeze dry, what not to freeze dry, what holds the best, and how long?
Yes. Anything that's fatty or oily will not freeze dry. So, my first thought was obviously to do bacon, but it didn't work out because the fat in it will not freeze dry. As long as it's not fatty or oily, you should have a good shot at it. And when done correctly, per manufacturer's instructions on which freeze dryer you have, all these foods can last for 30 years or more, as long as they're stored properly. Cool, dark, and dry is always the go-to. So yeah, anything is possible. Not too long ago, I say not too long ago, it's been when we lived in the old house. I remember freeze drying, what was it, sour cream?
I think so. We did so much freeze
We were
drying.
doing some experiments, and it worked. It did work. And Seth thought it would be funny one day we had some cupcakes and we sliced them in half, and he wanted to see if they would freeze dry. And believe it or not, they did. It worked out really well. The texture was terrible.
Well, yeah, because you took something nice, fluffy, sweet, and airy, and then you just...
Now you have something that feels like chalk.
Yeah. And then going to the comment of saying like how to keep it longer, just make sure it doesn't get moisture to it.
As long as it doesn't get moisture and you have it in a Mylar bag with an O2 absorber, it'll last you a very long time, up to 30 years.
Yeah, as long as there's no punctures in the bag or anything like that, and if
Yeah.
you're not having it in a like a damp room.
Let me break for 1 second. Got one more thing to say. You also have to be careful when, let's say you're using the dehydrator rather than the freeze dryer. When you use the dehydrator, and let's say you're dehydrating diced potatoes, those become very sharp. They have sharp edges after being dehydrated. So they will definitely puncture a hole in the Mylar bag. So it's best to, if you put anything in Mylars, it's best to do the freeze dryer because you know they're not sharp at all. So if you're wanting to dehydrate something and you know it's going to end up being sharp, put it in a glass jar, a mason jar. All right, who do we have next? Thank you, Josh.
Next on our list, we have Atlanta 295, Timothy in Atlanta. What kind of questions, comments you have about prepping, or just anything in general? We're here to talk.
Good evening, Net Control. Thank you for calling on me. Atlanta 295 here at WSJL 977. Just more of a comment that got me thinking when you started talking about the kids and just emergency preparedness. I mean, we're not doomsday preppers by any stretch of the imagination, but we do like to be prepared. Going through drills, I have a 6-year-old daughter, 6-year-old son, and it is definitely time for my daughter to learn how to reset the breakers or turn the water off, turn the water on, turn the gas off, turn the gas on. I can 100% guarantee you she's never seen a gas valve and wouldn't know how to pick one out to save her life. And it might indeed save her life if we need to turn the gas off for some reason during, especially hurricane and tornado season.
Great idea.
So let me break. So it definitely got me thinking about that. And just kind of going through the drills of where stuff is. I mean, my wife hides the remote from me for weeks at a time, just puts it away. If we've got batteries and flashlights and certain food items prepared in case of emergency, it might have gotten shifted during some reorganization phase. So it's actually got me thinking a lot of little checklists I've got here. Definitely need to run the kids, at least my 10-year-old daughter, through how to at least trip a breaker or turn the water off, turn the main water off, things like that. So great topic, great job tonight, Net Control, and I'll be clear after this transmission. WSJL 977, Atlanta 295, Rhino off Cheshire Bridge. Thanks, man.
Well, that's a great idea. That's actually the first time I've heard that, teaching the kids how to turn off the gas and the water and things like that. Because if you are unable to do so, and you have, like you said, your daughter, I believe you said she's 10, that's plenty big enough to go and do things like that. And, to go and fetch things if you need them, if you can't get to them. So, what do you think, Seth?
No, that's definitely something that can be done, especially, like you said, they're, at a certain age to where they do need to know how to do those things, to where it is important to know.
Well, they, at that age, they can do, 10 times more than a 3-year-old could do. So that's definitely a great age to start.
Yeah, and then
running, like you said, running drills and things like that. Because they're at that age, their brain is still a sponge.
Oh yeah, and then if you want them to make sure that they're getting, stuck with that knowledge, just like I said, turn it into a game. Make it to where she's in her room, and then it's like a race to get down there, quickly but safe, as long as there's like stairs and everything. We don't want to see the kid just go downstairs. It's just like first one there gets a king size like Snickers bar or something like that, and you just hear a loud thud downstairs. No, I'm not trying to do that.
That wouldn't be good. Don't do that.
No, I'm trying to make it
But,
fun and
yeah,
safe.
yeah.
We gotta say that.
Make it a game, but do it often, and that way it will be, you know, when it comes time to actually do that, you know, it'll be second nature.
Yeah, because you could also do it to where it's like, oh yeah, don't schedule it. Don't schedule it. All of a sudden you just
Oh yeah, just surprise.
just walk by and just go.
Red alert! Red alert!
It's like red alert, pint of ice cream, go. And that'll get anybody out of bed. Trust me.
All right. Well, thank you, Rhino. Who do we have next?
That is Atlanta 244 Adam in Covington. He said he was maybe gonna be out.
Well,
So,
Adam, are you there?
we're waiting.
Hey guys, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I am out in Monticello right now. I don't think I can hear the neighbors, but
Hmm.
Hit it.
Well, I didn't. You were full of static there. I didn't catch what you said, so.
I got about half of it, and it was about like, here, jerk. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. Well, did you want to try that again, Adam, or are you just in and out?
away. I'm in Monticello. I don't think you guys can pick me up.
Okay.
Don't think so.
All right. Well, that was pretty scratchy there. I'm sorry we couldn't hear you. Maybe next time. Who's next, Seth?
Next on the list is Atlanta 164. Dan in Marietta is right here with us. Got any questions, comments? You got anything for prepping like that as I try and swap the cat from messing with the mouse?
Yes, hi. This is Dan, 164, Atlanta. I would repeat some of what has already been said, both this week and other weeks. Pistols. You got to have a way to defend yourself. Practice, run drills. I would have more than one way to filter water.
Mm-hmm.
You can use, as has been discussed in other times, water filtration is very important, and one method may fail, it may not do the complete job. My wife and I have a large supply of Mountain House freeze-dried food, and we did that because it doesn't take up very much space, and we don't have that much space. We also have some vitamins which we rotate because, like you say, Mountain House food, any kind of dehydrated food, may not be as nutritious as the fresh food. And everyone knows what happens when you get scurvy. You get all kinds of problems.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I would like to discuss at some point in the future is, what do you do in severe weather, like tornado shelters, that type of thing. I think that would be good. I haven't heard that discussed. Anyway, that's about it for me.
I got the weather we was talking about.
Okay.
Well, Dan, you did cover some good topics, like you were saying. We've covered a whole lot of topics before for the water.
It doesn't hurt to ask, questions or say things multiple times, because there's always going to be somebody out there that may not have heard it before, so no worries there.
Yeah, and then what you were talking about with the severe weather drills and everything like that, a lot of that can also be situational, because some people's houses are different. So obviously there's going to be general knowledge about locations to be in, and being in the most structurally integral room. It's just the most generic one, trying to get under objects if there's going to be either an earthquake to protect yourself from falling objects. So it's mainly just looking at your house or your apartment or wherever you're living and deciding whether it's safe from that specific
Storm.
natural disaster,
Yeah.
storm, everything like that. Because tornadoes are going to be different if you're living in a trailer, because there's not anywhere safe, obviously, that are in a house. Apartments are slightly better, so it mainly just depends on the area that you're in, because some areas are going to be hit harder with those.
Okay.
That way, and it's more difficult for us to have a general description, because everyone's house is going to have a different layout, and everyone's going to have a different room where they're going to convene in.
Right. All right. Let's see. Well, thank you for that, Dan. Who do we have next?
Next on the list, that is Atlanta 255, Jennifer in Dawsonville. What kind of questions or comments do you have in regards to our prepping?
Hey, the speaker before me had something else to add.
Dan, did you have anything else to add? I apologize.
Yes, one thing. I'm a Yankee. I was born in Massachusetts, but since I've moved down to Georgia, like 40 years ago or whenever it was, one thing I noticed is occasionally we have ice storms and snowstorms, and things that people just don't have here is a snow shovel, and a couple of times, 3 or 4 times, the little small roads that everyone lives on have just been, completely covered up in snow, and people can't leave their house. It's good to have a snow shovel. It's good to have salt. And the other thing is it's good to have a way to de-ice your locks, because frequently we get freezing rain and so on, and car door locks freeze up, house locks freeze up. Really kind of, a nuisance to not be able to get into your car or your house because the lock is frozen. So it's good to have some way of de-icing your lock. That's something that up north everyone has or knows about. And, keep a blanket in your car, that type of thing.
You want this one, Seth?
Yeah, no, you do bring up some good points, especially with the blanket, because we had that storm that happened, how long ago was that? It was a few years ago, where roads got snowed and everyone was trapped there, including some school buses.
Oh, that was the great snowpocalypse.
Yeah, so that caught a lot of people off guard, especially down here in Georgia. Don't get a whole lot of that.
Right.
So you do
Very good advice.
Yeah, because you do forget that sometimes it just happens, or we do get snow. It's not common, but we do get it. Like we had last year. We had
we did. I forgot about that.
We had bad snow. I couldn't get out of the house for like 3 days. The roads were so icy. I tried. That didn't work. I got 10 feet out of the driveway, and I was just sliding. So that was a fun time. So you do just forget, and I forgot. It just happens. Mother Nature, not nice. You gotta remember that. Everything can happen for a reason. But like you said with the locks, just boil some water.
No.
Obviously, I'm kidding.
Don't listen to him.
I give great advice. Boil some water, throw it in your car, tell your kids to do it. It works 100% of the time. Especially when it's freezing. Boiling hot.
No.
Throw it all on there.
No, people.
Do not. I'll end it with it.
Okay, who's next? Thank you, Dan.
That is Atlanta 255. Jennifer.
Now we can talk to Jennifer. Jennifer, what you got?
Well, that was pretty good advice from somebody coming from up north, and down here in the south, the snow and ice just shuts us down, and we have bread and milk. So yeah, and we'll be good for a couple days till the sun comes out. That's kind of the plan down here. So as far as prepping goes, Brian actually wanted me to ask, other than the things that don't require water to eat. Because if you're having to store water, right? I mean, what are other foods besides beans? He hates beans. So what are some other options there?
That don't require water? Oh no.
What, survive think that don't take water?
No, somebody's jamming. I have to wait. Jennifer, were you asking what does not require water? Was that what I heard?
Some canned food, I guess, that does not require water to eat. So like we've got a couple of those, last 24-hour buckets with all the freeze-dried stuff in there. But
They require water.
What are other things that we should prep?
Okay, so things that don't require water. Now, you can technically eat those without water if you're in a pinch. But, it's not really all that great.
It's going to be dry.
It's going to be dry like chalk. One thing that you can do without water, you can do beef jerky. You can do freeze-dried fruits. You can even do freeze-dried vegetables. I mean, they're not, like I said, you might not like the texture, but it's doable.
There's that.
But
and then,
fruits now, those are really good freeze-dried.
And then you can't go wrong with just general canned goods.
Yeah, your canned goods, and they've already got water in them, so yeah.
Yeah, so anything like that. Spices, you can do that because you want something flavorful. Might as well stock up on some of your favorite spices. Put those in some sealable bags, just in case.
Right.
Okay.
Well, did that help? Jennifer?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like freeze-dried fruits and jerky and stocking up on spices. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Alrighty then. Well, I'm glad we could help. Well, that's kind of the end of the roster. Seth, we need to do last call for late check-ins.
Let's see who's late to the party here. Who's coming in late?
Net control standing by.
Cat. I've been messing with the cat all net. All net I've been messing with the cat.
Pick her up and show her pretty face.
Oh, I've been doing that.
I didn't see. Hi, baby.
Woo.
Okay, Seth. Okay.
I don't think we're getting anyone.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, let's call it before we get that guy.
Alright, nothing heard. Alright, well, I guess we're going to wrap things up. And that was a good net.
It was a good net. Had a bunch of people coming through, bringing up topics that we have talked about again, but never hurts to bring back up.
Never hurts to rehash things. So, all right, Seth, take it away.
With pleasure. This concludes the Rabbit Hole Net. We want to say thank you to all who participated. We had a total of 39 people. Not too bad for ourselves, including myself and Dallas 21. We'll now be returning the repeaters to normal operation. Please allow those who checked in to sign off before beginning any conversations. Thank you again, and as always, invest in precious metals, brass and lead. Good night, everybody. This is Dallas 22, WRKT 728, and
Dallas 21, WRKT 728, and we are clear of the net.
have a good night.
Good night, everybody.